everybody that's even making these lame ass everybody snitching comments ain't nobody from the street. I can tell none of y'all have really lived a street life or a gangster life. Y'all come from the other side where they look and see what's going on and they want to really be in it, but they know better, but they always have opinions. But they know better. They know they can't go there. They know they wouldn't make it. Even I don't care how you look, cause it's some hood looking ass lame that ain't even never seen the street. Ain't never been to. I'm telling you, I be looking at. I be like, bro, do you understand, nigga? A nigga like me that had to go through what I went through in the living difficulties I grew up in, and you wanna be that? You wanna be that? Like that's why I don't talk about that shit for real, cause I was scared. That shit scared the shit out of me every day. You know what I'm saying? Every day, mama selling, pimping, motherfuckers in and out the house, everywhere, motherfuckers talking about they finna run in the house, run their car through the house, cause my mama done snap one of their little holes up, shit like that. Like going through something every fucking day, some street shit every day.
The internet is absolutely on fire right now because Lil Scrappy just did the unthinkable. He went straight at Young Thug in a way nobody expected. What started as just another reckless interview from behind bars with Big Bank suddenly turned into an all-out war. When Thug crossed a line you simply don't cross. He didn't just throw shade at rappers like Glorilla. Lil Baby and Gunna He went after Scrappy's girlfriend, Brittany Sims, calling her ugly, a big mouth, and even mocking the way she walks and talks. Fans couldn't believe what they were hearing, and when Scrappy saw it, he didn't stay quiet for long. He took to YouTube.com, but deadly serious, and told Thug it's time to give it up. If you want to kill people, join the military. They'll appreciate you over there. Those words instantly sent shockwaves across social media. Was it advice? Or was it a warning? Fans are divided. The hashtag #TimeOtagaVTop is trending worldwide. And what looked like just another messy interview has now spiraled into one of the most heated beefs the hip-hop world has seen this year. But trust me, the most shocking twist hasn't even dropped yet when it comes to drama in the hip-hop world. Few names stir the pot like Young Thug, even behind bars. His voice has been echoing across social media like thunder, shaking up the industry and leaving scorched earth wherever his words land. But this time, he may have pushed things too far. Because when you drag someone's family, especially their partner, you're not just playing with words, you're playing with fire. And that fire belongs to none other than Lil Scrappy, the Atlanta rapper and love and hip-hop star who has been around long enough to know when it's time to stay quiet and when it's time to strike it. All started with a now viral interview with Big Bank. What was supposed to be a routine sit down quickly spiraled into chaos as Thug began throwing darts at everybody in the game. He dissed rappers left and right, Glorilla, Lil Baby, even Ganon, while fans were shocked at his blatant disrespect. The moment that really set the internet ablaze was when he turned his sights on Lil Scrappy's girlfriend, Brittany Sims. His words were brutal, mean-spirited, and so personal that even the host looked uncomfortable. She's ugly, she got a big mouth. She don't even sound good when she walks or talks. Thug allegedly sneered. For Scrappy, that was it. That was the line crossed. He's no stranger to controversy. His career has been a series of highs, lows, and headlines. But this time, it wasn't about him. It was about the woman he loves. The one person he didn't expect to be dragged into someone else's war of words. And when Scrappy saw the clips spreading like wildfire online, he knew he had to respond. But here's the twist. Scrappy didn't scream, didn't rant, didn't throw wild threats. Instead, he delivered a calm, controlled message that somehow cut deeper than any shout ever could. He uploaded a video to YouTube, his face serious, his tone measured, and spoke directly to Thug. His words were chilling in their simplicity. It's time to give it up. If you want to kill people, join the military. They'll appreciate you over there. The internet froze. Was that advice? Or was that a warning? Almost instantly, the phrase "time to give it up" started trending. Some fans applauded Scrappy for handling the situation like a grown man, standing up for his girlfriend without lowering himself to Thug's level. Others argued his tone carried an edge, a threat hidden between the lines, especially when you consider Thug's already fragile legal situation. After all, this is a man on probation, fighting cases, and being watched by everyone. The last thing he needs is more enemies stacking up against him. But Scrappy's message wasn't just about defending Britney. It was layered. He talked about the reality of street life, about how so many people online act like they understand the struggle when they've never lived it. He shared pieces of his own past, the pain, the chaos, the danger he survived growing up, making it clear that words have weight. And those who've lived through real danger don't glorify it. It wasn't just a clapback. It was a lesson, a warning, and a statement of authenticity, and that's why it resonated so deeply. Fans weren't just watching two rappers beef. They were witnessing a clash of two very different energies. Young Thug, loud and reckless, seemingly desperate to stay relevant while locked up. And Lil Scrappy, calm, but dangerous, stepping in to defend his family and drop a reality check at the same time. Of course. Once the internet got hold of it, things exploded even more. Memes flooded Twitter, Instagram Reels looped the line, "Time to give it up" over dramatic music. And TikTok creators debated whether Scrappy was offering advice or firing a shot. Meanwhile, blogs from Hollywood, unlocked to the Shade Room, plastered the confrontation across their feeds, asking followers, was this a warning? But here's the key. This isn't just about Britney Sims. It isn't just about one comment in one interview. This beef is pulling in the entire culture because it raises bigger questions about respect, loyalty, and how far is too far when it comes to public insults. Young Thug has made a habit of dragging names just to keep his buzz alive. But Scrappy's response might be the first time someone has checked him in a way he can't just laugh off. And the scariest part, this feels like it's only the beginning, because while Scrappy may have spoken calmly, the fire behind his words was undeniable. Fans are already whispering that if Thug keeps pushing, Scrappy won't just drop words next time, he'll drop something much heavier. And in a city like Atlanta, where reputations are built on respect and loyalty, everyone knows one thing for sure: you don't play with a man's family. The interview with Big Bank was already messy. Young Thug didn't just throw names around. He swung at everyone like he had nothing left to lose. Fans thought it was reckless, but also typical Thug behavior. What nobody expected, though, was how personal and how dangerous things would get when he dragged Lil Scrappy and Britney Sims into the fire. Now, let's make one thing clear. Rap beefs are nothing new. The culture thrives on tension, on one artist calling out another, on shady bars slipped into verses. But there's a line, and everybody knows it. You don't go after somebody's family. You don't disrespect a man's girlfriend, especially not with language as brutal and degrading as Thug used. His words weren't clever or funny. They were mean, raw, and humiliating. She ugly, she got a big mouth. She don't sound good when she walks or talks. He spat into the mic like it was nothing, and that nothing became everything. Clips of that moment raced through Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok within minutes. Fans replayed it over and over, some laughing, others disgusted. Many saying, "This gone come back to haunt him." And they were right. Because within hours, Lil Scrappy collected. But visibly furious appeared on YouTube with his now iconic message, "It's time to give it up. If you want to kill people, join the military. They'll appreciate you over there." At first, some fans thought Scrappy was just offering advice, trying to tell Thug to stop stirring chaos while locked up. But others, especially those who know Scrappy's history, heard something deeper. They heard a man defending his woman. They heard a subtle but dangerous warning. But that's not where this story ends. That's only where it begins, because within days, the whispers started. Rumors spread across forums, gossip blogs, and Twitter threads that Young Thug hadn't just insulted Britney Sims with words he'd allegedly been sitting on something darker. A private video, a clip that was never meant to see the light of day. And according to insiders, that clip mysteriously started circulating in private group chats right after. Thug's interview dropped. Now, was it Thug who leaked it? Nobody knows for sure. But the timing was suspicious enough to ignite a wildfire. Screenshots of DMs began surfacing online. Alleged messages between anonymous accounts and fans claiming to have seen Britney Sims in compromising footage. The blogs latched onto it immediately. Headlines screamed. Leaked clip of Lil Scrappy's girlfriend surfaces days after Thug's diss. The internet went into overdrive. Fans were outraged. Team Scrappy supporters demanded the video be taken down, slamming Thug for stooping so low. "This ain't rap beef anymore, this personal one," fan tweeted. Others, though, cheered Thug on, saying he'd won the beef by hitting Scrappy where it hurt most. Scrappy himself saw the whispers. He didn't confirm or deny the leak, but his next livestream said everything. His eyes burned with fury as he doubled down on his warning. Stop before it gets too far. Stop before you put yourself in something you can't walk out of. That line sent chills through fans watching. Suddenly, it wasn't just about words. It wasn't even just about a video. It felt like Scrappy was hinting at something bigger, something off camera, something dangerous waiting to unfold if Thug didn't quit while he was ahead. And here's where the first twist hits. While fans debated whether Thug leaked the video himself, another theory surfaced and it shook the internet to its core. Anonymous insiders began whispering that the leak didn't come from Thug at all. It came from somebody close to Britney. That twist flipped the narrative upside down. If true, it meant this wasn't just about Thug embarrassing Scrappy. It meant Britney might have enemies in her own circle. People she trusted. People who had access to private moments and chose the worst possible time to use them against her. The worst possible time to use them against her. Blogs ran with it immediately. Did Young Thug really leak the video, or did Britney's circle betray her? One headline screamed. Twitter exploded with conspiracy threads, fans digging through Britney's past friendships, old Instagram posts, and even her tagged photos, trying to piece together who might have had the motive. Meanwhile, Scrappy stayed quiet on that angle. He didn't name names, didn't address the video directly, but the silence only fueled the fire. Fans began to wonder, was Scrappy holding back because he didn't want to admit the betrayal came from inside Britney's world? Or was he gathering proof to fire back at Thug in a way that couldn't be ignored? Either way, one thing was clear. The conflict had gone beyond words in an interview. It had become a scandal, a personal violation, and a war that wasn't just about pride, was about revenge. And as all this unfolded, Young Thug doubled down. Even from jail, he found ways to throw shade, calling Scrappy's warning weak during a phone call with his girlfriend that mysteriously leaked online. In the clip, you can hear him laugh and say, "He ain't gone do nothing. Scrappy, just mad 'cause I said the truth. Tell his girl to stay off camera if she don't want to get exposed." That leaked audio was the gasoline. Fans lost it. Memes of Thug smirking behind bars flooded timelines. Team Thug fans said he was untouchable, while Team Scrappy warned that laughing now would only make the blowback worse. Because in Atlanta, respect isn't optional. And Scrappy made it clear disrespect is girl, and you're not just poking the bear. You're waking it up. By this point, the situation was already hotter than gasoline on an open flame. Fans weren't just watching a rap beef unfold, they were watching a scandal spiral completely out of control. Lil Scrappy had drawn his line in the sand, warning Young Thug to stop before it was too late. But instead of cooling down, things only escalated. The leaked footage rumors wouldn't die. They spread like wildfire, popping up on Reddit threads, gossip blogs, and even shady Telegram groups where people swore they had seen Britney Sims in private situations. Whether it was real or not didn't even matter anymore because the perception was enough to stain reputations and fuel headlines. Scrappy was furious. But instead of releasing more angry live streams, he went quiet. And that silence, it spoke volumes. Fans began whispering Scrappy's plotting something, He's not done. He's waiting. Meanwhile, thugs seem to thrive off the chaos. Another leaked jail call surfaced, this time with him laughing about the so-called video. "If it's out," he allegedly told a friend. "That's on them. Tell Scrappy I said thank you for the free promo." That one line lit social media on fire. Was Thug admitting he leaked it? Was he mocking the scandal just to twist the knife deeper? Nobody knew for sure, but the damage was done. Teen Thug fans flooded timelines with memes, mocking Britney and calling Scrappy soft for protecting her. Team Scrappy fired back, saying this wasn't hip-hop beef anymore, was cyber harassment. Pure and simple. Then came the twist nobody saw coming. Out of nowhere, an anonymous blog dropped a massive claim. According to them, the leak wasn't just about a video, it was part of a bigger setup. They alleged that someone inside Thug's circle had been intentionally targeting Britney for months, collecting private information, screenshots, and even conversations. The goal? To destroy Scrappy's relationship from the inside out and humiliate him publicly. The blog even posted supposed screenshots of text exchanges between an unnamed source and someone tied to Thug's crew. The messages hinted at a plan to leak everything if Scrappy dared to respond. Fans were stunned, if true. This wasn't just a befit, was a smear campaign. And here's where it got darker. Insiders began whispering that Scrappy knew about the setup long before it went public. That his warning "stop before you can't walk out of it" wasn't just words. It was him hinting he already had proof of the betrayal. Twitter exploded with conspiracy theories. Some said Scrappy had receipts and was waiting to drop them at the perfect time. Others claimed he was secretly preparing a diss track that would expose not just Thug, but the people behind the leak. One trending thread even claimed Scrappy had already teamed up with another major Atlanta rapper to fire back in a way that would shake the industry. But then came the most shocking reveal of all. Britney Sims herself finally broke her silence. In a heartbreaking Instagram live, she admitted the rumors had taken a toll on her mental health. Fighting tears, she told fans, "I don't know who's behind this, but I need y'all to know these videos. These screenshots, they are not me. This is not my truth. Somebody out there is trying to ruin my name, and I will not let them win." Her voice cracked as she thanked Scrappy for standing by her, calling him her protector and her rock. Fans flooded the comments with support. But just as many trolls filled the chat with laughing emojis and taunts. The live ended suddenly, and within minutes, clips of her crying face were plastered across social media. Turned into memes by Thug's most ruthless fans, Scrappy snapped. Just hours later, he posted one of his most direct statements yet. "Play with me if you want. Play with my family if you want. Y'all finna see what loyalty looks like when it's pushed too far. And when it comes out, don't say I didn't warn you." Those words shook the timeline. Some fans begged him to let it go, fearing the beef could turn violent. Others hyped him up, saying the streets were waiting for him to expose Thug once and for all. And in the middle of it all, rumors swirled that Scrappy was sitting on his own bombshell file of proof that would not only clear Britney's name, but also drag Thug's circle into the mud, whether true or not. One thing was undeniable. The scandal had transformed from a messy insult into a ticking time bomb, and everyone was waiting for it to explode. The drama had already reached a boiling point. But what happened next turned it into a full-scale industry earthquake. What started as young Thug mocking Britney Sims spiraled into a movement that no one could control. The backlash was instant, merciless, and it shook the foundation of hip-hop. Social media platforms turned into battlefields overnight. On Twitter, the hashtag #ProtectBritney went head-to-head with #FreeThugGer, and the division was brutal. Fans on Britney's side accused Thug of crossing the line into humiliation and psychological abuse. They called it bullying disguised as rap beef. On the other side, die-hard Thug supporters clapped back, saying Scrappy was too soft, and if his girl couldn't handle the heat, she shouldn't be in the spotlight. TikTok stitched Britney's tearful live with clips of Thug laughing, sparking viral debates. Some creators used somber piano music to frame Britney as a victim of industry cruelty. Others edited her crying alongside Thug's laughter, mocking the entire situation. The polarization wasn't just ugly, it was poisonous. But then came the real fire. Celebrities began taking sides. Rapper T.I. shocked fans by stepping into the ring. Posting on Instagram, "There's beef, and then there's crossing lines. Ain't no win in tearing down somebody's woman. That's coward moves, period." His words spread like wildfire, with thousands resharing it as a subtle jab at Thug. Meanwhile, Boosie Badass had a very different take. In an unfiltered rant, he sided with Thug. "Y'all know what this game is? Ain't no rules when it comes to beef. Scrappy wanna cry about his girl? Man, he better toughen up. This hip-hop not daycare." The comment section blew up, with half the fans dragging Boosie and the other half calling him the realest voice left. Even female rappers got involved. Cash Doll tweeted, "Women ain't pawns for y'all's egos. This right here ain't it. Britney don't deserve this." Fans flooded her replies with gratitude, pushing the narrative that Thug had gone too far. And then the biggest shock, 50 Cent chimed in, known for never missing a chance to stir chaos. He reposted the leaked clip on his Instagram with the caption, "This what y'all calling rap beef now? Man, these dudes need therapy." He then dropped laughing emojis, leaving fans wondering if he was clowning Thug, Scrappy, or the entire situation. The industry was split. But things didn't stop there. Mainstream media outlets picked up the story. Framing it as more than just a rap beef, it was now being painted as a cultural moment. Headlines read, "Young Thug crosses dangerous line in rap beef with Lil Scrappy." Britney Sims, "Collateral damage in the hip-hop war zone, has rap beef gone too far?" Cable news hosts who normally don't even cover hip-hop drama weighed in. Some called it an example of misogyny in music. Others dismissed it as another rapper meltdown. But the fact it made evening news shows proved one thing. This scandal had officially escaped the hip-hop bubble. Behind the scenes, insiders whispered about serious consequences. Rumors swirled that sponsors were watching closely. And one Atlanta promoter even canceled an upcoming event that would have featured Scrappy and Thug affiliates, citing security concerns. Meanwhile, Scrappy's silence became deafening. Every post, every tweet, every Instagram story or lack of one was dissected like scripture. Fans noticed he unfollowed several Atlanta rappers, leading to speculation that alliances were shifting. Was he cutting ties with anyone linked to Thug? Or was he gearing up for something bigger? And then came the most shocking social media twist yet. A viral anonymous Twitter account posted what they claimed was a preview of Scrappy's unreleased diss track. The 20-second snippet featured him spitting over a menacing beat. "A king don't laugh when his castle burned down. A king don't laugh when his castle burned down. But clowns in the circus gone play for the crowd. Leak my queen's name, but it's your past I found. Wait till the receipts drop, who the fool now?" The internet erupted. If the leak was real, Scrappy wasn't just defending Britney. He was threatening to expose young Thug's deepest secrets. Fans speculated wildly. Was Scrappy hinting at Thug's ongoing legal troubles? Was he about to spill tea on Thug's personal life? Nobody knew, but the mystery was enough to send Twitter into meltdown. Thug's camp, however, fired back. A new voice note surfaced where Thug allegedly laughed off the rumors, saying, "Scrappy ain't got nothing. He all bark. Let him drop a track, Kyle, make sure he regrets it." That voice note alone reignited the chaos. Some fans argued Thug was fearless, untouchable, even from behind bars. Others swore his arrogance was about to backfire, claiming Scrappy's calm demeanor was proof he was holding nuclear-level receipts. By now, the drama wasn't just between Scrappy and Thug, it was pulling in the entire industry. It was dividing cities, fan bases, and even longtime collaborators. Atlanta, once seen as hip-hop's united capital, suddenly looked fractured. And just when people thought things couldn't get any wilder, whispers of a federal investigation entered the conversation. According to an anonymous blog, the smear campaign against Britney might involve cybercrimes. And certain leaked files could tie back to hacking. If true, this wasn't just hip-hop beef, it was potential legal trouble. Fans couldn't believe it. Was this really about a girlfriend's leaked video anymore? Or had it spiraled into something darker, bigger, and far more dangerous? The cliffhanger grew heavier by the second. Scrappy's team stayed quiet, Thug's supporters doubled down, and Britney disappeared from social media entirely. Something massive was brewing in the shadows, and when it hit, it would change everything by now. The internet wasn't just watching this feud, they were living inside it. Every platform became a war zone, every comment section a battlefield, and every repost an explosion. Fans weren't just reacting, they were taking sides like soldiers in a culture war. On Twitter, thousands of users adopted profile pictures of either Lil Scrappy or Young Thug, wearing it like team colors. Some accounts spammed memes of Thug behind bars with captions like, "Still running Atlanta from a cell?" Others plastered Britney's face with angel wings, calling her the real victim of hip-hop's toxic games. The sheer volume of discourse made it impossible to scroll without stumbling into the chaos. Instagram fueled the fire with celebrities dropping cryptic posts. Snoop Dogg uploaded a blunt-smoking selfie captioned, "Y'all turning beef into family drama now?" SMH fans debated whether he was clowning Scrappy for involving Britney or clowning Thug for disrespecting her in the first place. Cardi B fanned the flames even more when she went live on Instagram, saying, "When a man stands up for his woman, that's real. Ain't no clown in that. But if you're gonna drag a woman into beef, that's weak, period." Within minutes, her comments were filled with Team Scrappy supporters thanking her for saying what needed to be said. Meanwhile, industry insiders painted a darker picture. Anonymous promoters whispered that Scrappy's brand was too risky to book until the situation cooled down. A rumor spread that 2 major Atlanta clubs pulled his upcoming appearances, worried the feud might spill into physical violence. But here's where things got even more shocking. Fans started digging into Young Thug's past statements, resurfacing old interviews where he dismissed women as props in rap beefs. Those clips went viral all over again, painted in a new light, fueling the perception that Britney's humiliation wasn't an accident, but a deliberate play. Hip-hop blogs ran headlines like, "Lil Scrappy becomes the face of respect in hip-hop." "Young Thug crosses the line when beef turns into bullying." "Britney Sims, the woman thrown into the crossfire of hip-hop's ugliest battle." YouTube reaction channels cashed in, breaking down every second of leaked calls, fake diss snippets, and Britney's Instagram Live. Some creators praised Scrappy for defending her, while others accused him of clout chasing and using her pain as fuel for his brand. And then came the fan protests. In Atlanta, a group of Scrappy supporters actually staged a mini demonstration outside a courthouse, holding signs that read, "Respect women in hip-hop," and chanting, "Protect Britney." The video of the protest went viral, with thousands praising fans for taking the beef beyond hashtags, but not everyone was convinced. Hardcore Thug supporters dismissed the protest as clout stunts, flooding TikTok with videos mocking the chants. One clip of fans chanting outside the courthouse was stitched with Thug's music blasting over it, captioned, "This what Scrappy's army look like." Lame. The division became personal. Friendships ended online. Group chats broke apart. Some fans even admitted they stopped listening to one artist's music because of the beef. It wasn't just a scandal anymore, it was shaping the culture. And just when fans thought the storm had peaked, an even more shocking rumor hit the streets. Allegedly, another female rapper was about to step into the feud. Insiders hinted she was close to Britney and had her own receipts against Thug's camp. Screenshots allegedly showed her texting Britney, telling her, "If you want me to say something, I got you. These dudes ain't ready." That possibility electrified fans. Was this about to evolve from a one-on-one battle into a gender war in hip-hop? Would Britney finally get her public defenders in the industry? Or would this only make the fire hotter, dragging even more people into the chaos? The questions piled up, the debates raged on, and the tension only grew thicker. One thing was crystal clear: the entire world was now watching. And with every leak, every clapback, and every cryptic post, this beef was rewriting the rules of loyalty, respect, and exposure in hip-hop. But deep in the shadows, Scrappy's silence still loomed like a storm cloud. Everyone wondered when he finally moves. Will it be the end of Young Thug's reputation, or the end of his own? Just when everyone thought the scandal had peaked, Twin fans, celebrities, and media outlets had dissected every angle. Lil Scrappy pulled the rug out from under the entire industry. What happened next turned this feud from messy into absolutely legendary. Late one night, Scrappy finally broke his silence in the most dramatic way possible. He dropped a black and white video on Instagram, sitting in a dark studio with nothing but a single spotlight over his head. His face was calm, but his eyes burned with rage. He leaned toward the camera and said, "Y'all thought this was about a video? Nah, this about respect. This about loyalty. And I warned you, once I open this vault, it ain't no going back." And then he did something nobody expected. He played a recording, a muffled phone call allegedly involving someone in Young Thug's circle. The voice on the tape could be heard laughing and saying, "We've gone break Scrappy down, piece by piece. Leak the girl first, then we'll hit him where it hurts next." Fans froze. The room went silent. If real, this was proof that Britney's humiliation wasn't an accident. It was a coordinated takedown. The internet detonated within seconds. Twitter timelines flooded with posts like, "Wait, did Scrappy just expose a conspiracy? That tape sounded too real. Thugs camp in trouble. This ain't beef anymore. This war." But here's the twist: it didn't stop there. Scrappy claimed he wasn't done. He told fans he had more recordings, more receipts, and even names of people directly involved. But instead of dropping them immediately, he said, "I'ma let y'all sit with this first. Next time I speak, the whole truth coming out. And when it does, Atlanta won't ever be the same." That statement sent chills down the spine of the culture. Was Scrappy bluffing? Or was he holding nuclear-level evidence that could destroy reputations forever? Within hours, Thug's lawyers allegedly scrambled to issue a statement denying the authenticity of the recording, calling it doctored audio created for clout. But the denial didn't stop fans from believing it. In fact, it only fueled the speculation. Memes of Thug's face edited onto collapsing buildings went viral, captioned "Atlanta about to fall when Scrappy drops the full tapes." Meanwhile, Britney Sims disappeared completely from social media. No posts, no likes, no stories. Fans began to wonder if she was being silenced or if she was preparing to speak out herself. Even more chilling, a few insiders whispered that Scrappy had already passed the recordings to a major news outlet, and that a full expose was in the works. If that were true, this wouldn't just be a rap beef, it would be a documented scandal with nationwide coverage. The tension was unbearable. Fans begged Scrappy to release everything now. Others warned him to be careful, saying he was poking a dangerous bear. And in the middle of it all, one rumor began to spread like wildfire, that Scrappy wasn't fighting this battle alone. Allegedly, 2 other Atlanta rappers had his back, ready to jump in if Thug tried to clap back. The stage was set for something bigger than music, something that could shake the industry at its core. And then, in the final seconds of his video, Scrappy left fans with one haunting line: "This ain't just my fight. This the beginning of the end for everybody hiding behind lies. Watch who stands next to me when I press play next time." The screen went black. The world was left breathless. And just like that, the cliffhanger was locked in place. Nobody knew what was coming next. But one thing was certain: when Scrappy drops the next round of receipts, the entire hip-hop world will never look the same again. Hip-hop world will never look the same again. And there you have it. Family, this drama between Lil, Scrappy, and Young Thug has gone from petty words to an all-out war that's shaking the culture. Scrappy's.com but deadly message, that infamous time to give it up line. And now this alleged recording, it's got everyone questioning what's really going on behind the scenes. Is Young Thug truly masterminding these leaks from behind bars? Or is Scrappy spinning the narrative to put pressure on a man who's already fighting for his freedom? What we do know is this: when a private video gets leaked, lives change forever. Brittany Sims didn't sign up to become collateral damage in a rap beef, and yet here she is dragged into the spotlight. Her name trending for all the wrong reasons. Fans are furious. The industry is divided. And social media is eating up every twist like it's the hottest Netflix series of the year. But the biggest question remains: what happens if Scrappy drops the rest of those tapes? Could he really have proof of a bigger plan? Something designed to embarrass and destroy not just him but other artists too? If that's the case, we could be looking at one of the most explosive exposés in hip-hop history. Now it's time for you to weigh in. Do you think Scrappy's video was just a warning, or was it a subtle threat that could spiral into something dangerous? Is Young Thug keeping himself relevant with reckless talk, or is he digging a hole so deep he may never climb out of it? And most importantly, if those tapes exist, should Scrappy drop them? Or is the fallout too big to control? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this conversation is about to get even hotter. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe for the latest drama, and turn on notifications, because when the next bombshell hits, trust me, you don't want to be the last to know. Stay tuned, because this story, it's only just beginning.